Hi, welcome to week 11 of your raffle season. This week I thought what I would do is just not really have a clue as to what I was going to talk about and just hit record and just try to get through it. I got to go to Sam's, I got to go to Target, I got to go to Lowe's. I mean, I've got a laundry list of things that I should have done yesterday, but instead I decided just to sit around and play Call of Duty Black Ops until I finished it, watch some college football. I think I watched a movie or two. I mean, really, I didn't do jack shit. But I'm paying for that today, and I will miss some football whilst doing the honeydews, because as we all know, this is the last chance we're going to really have to prep for the big holiday. That's right, Thanksgiving's upon us, as I'm sure it's a hustle and a bustle about your place as well. Well, it's even doubly so because apparently I married Martha Stewart Jr., who wants to have everything just so. So I've got to do some things that maybe normal people wouldn't do, like collect chestnuts, roast them over an open fire, and I don't know, other things. She takes the stuff with pine cones, stuff, and turkeys and whatnot. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep this brief. This is like take 6, by the way. I had take 3. It's in the can. I've actually uploaded it to YouTube. You can feel free to go back and watch that one if you'd really like to. And I had it all queued up to go, but really, it was a boring piece of shit. So, I mean, it was like I was going through the motions, and I can't do that to you in my viewing public. You come to me every week with your eyes and mouth and other orifices open, asking, please, fill me with knowledge. Fill me with your seed of knowledge, is what you say to me. At least that's what I hear in my head. So what I thought I'd do is fill you with my seed. Let's go straight to the stats, shall we? Because some people don't really appreciate my sense of humor. The first up, we're gonna go from greatest to smallest. So let's start off with the 5th ranked tight ends. Speaking of seed, taking on the 2nd ranked Spankos. Now the Spankos, you say, didn't the Spankos beat the #1 team? Yes, they did last week. Weren't they ranked number 2 at the time? Yes, they were. Why are they still ranked number 2? I don't care for them. So I leave them ranked number 2. The Spankos, they need a win to keep ahead of their brother. I don't know that anyone could have asked for more than brother versus brother. This is like the civil war of the Campbell division going on right now. And quite frankly, they fucking hate each other. And the funny thing about it is the northern one of the two, the one that lives in South Carolina, he's the one that has slaves. The one in the South doesn't have slaves. So it's kind of a reverse civil war. It's kind of like Bizarro World Civil War. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, so let's just go ahead and say the Spankos need that win. The tight ends need a win just to stay in the hunt. I think they're in the playoffs, but they need this win to stay in the hunt for maybe a 2nd seed. I don't see them taking over the top seed, but maybe a 2nd seed. And that's, I can't remember who I picked, by the way, but it's recorded, so you can go look at it later. 4th ranked Thunder in our next game, taking on the top ranked Heart Attack, speaking of brothers, and speaking of banging. The top-ranked Heart Attack, they, just like their brother, need this. They need to win, right? They gotta stay ahead of their brother. I can't remember who has. As you can see how unprepared I am. I can't remember who has the tiebreaker there. I think it's John. So he's really kind of in the driver's seat there. Thunder looks like they're in. They just need the points. I don't think the wins or losses mean too much, except for right here in the heart. One quick side note about the Thunder is they will be relocating their franchise from the greater Memphis metropolitan area to St. Augustine, Florida here in the near future. I believe they've got a December-ish start date to relocate that franchise, so I hope you all join me in welcoming the Vice Commish and his team to the great state of Florida as he finds out what it's like to work in the real world and not for the government anymore. Enjoy your future. 6th ranked, God, it still boggles my mind. 6th ranked Red Eye Blind taking on the 9th ranked Studs. This is the game I'm pretty sure everyone circled on their calendars at the beginning to see how will these two first-year teams do when they come head-to-head together, crashing together. Studs, huge week last week, won them $10 for their first real win. They're going to take on Red Eye Blind here. Now, in this case, Red Eye Blind, the win would be nice because it keeps those slim hopes of getting in on record. And points doesn't look good, so they need the win. It could be 2-1. They don't give a shit at this point. They just need the win. The Studs, on the other hand, don't have a whiff on the record side, but what's this? They're only 15 points out of a playoff spot. Has anyone ever had a shitty record and got in on points named RaFFLe? I can't. Oh, wait, that was me. So Joey, trying to do father-like-son thing here, 15 points back. He needs another one of these big weeks like he had last week, and he could find himself backdooring in just like his father. Let's jump to the 8th ranked Squirrels, shall we? Taking on the 12th ranked Curtin. This used to be a game of monumental importance. It was the battle for Raymond James. Since then, the Curtin has given the finger to Raymond James and everyone at Raymond James, including the Squirrels. The Squirrels are one of these teams that you think, God, that team sucks. And then they win a game, and you're like, oh, well, I guess they don't suck. Maybe they just had a bad week. But then they keep having bad weeks, and then they win one, and I can't figure out. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what's going on in this game, nor do I remember who the fuck I picked. The Squirrels, remote chance both places. Get in on points and record. Both are slim chances. I wouldn't book your ticket. The Curtin, on the other hand, is in the driver's seat on points to get in 3rd division. Another 2-8 team that looks like they're in the driver's seat to get in based on points. 15-point lead, as I mentioned, over the Studs, and a 19-point lead over the W's. So they're going to need to keep scoring points. And, you know, stranger thing happens. 12th ranked seeds have found their way into the promised land, so to speak. The 3rd ranked Jerk Store, everybody's, darling, finally took one on the chin, kind of like Liberace. Taking on the 7th ranked Big W's. Now, in this case, the Jerk Store, they're in. There's nothing that could keep them from going in. A win will actually clinch the division for them this week. So look at them to half-ass it the rest of the way in and resting players. The W's, on the other hand, slim chance getting in based on record. Probably more realistically is to overtake the Studs and Curtin by points. Again, another team I probably wouldn't book my flight for, but stranger things have happened, and the W's are one of those teams that you just love to hate. And then last, it's what I'm calling this Gay Pride Week. I'm sorry, just Pride Week. It's the Llamas and Classified. Neither team have a chance at the playoffs. They're just playing for pride at this point. And thanks to the Vice Commissioner trading away Matt Forte this week, the Llamas find themselves in a 16-point hole early after that motherfucker ran all over the Dolphins, which I'm still scratching my head how bad that team is when they're really not that bad. I'm not sure. You can tell I can't even put it to words. That's how mystified and stupefied I am at this point. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this take a little bit better. I know I'm feeling a little bit better about this one. I'll leave the other one out there. I'll let you review those two and see if you preferred one or the other. And maybe I've got this. Maybe I'm all wet. There's a good chance of it. I mean, I have showered. No, I haven't showered yet today, so there's not a chance that I'm all wet. Have a great time. Have a good week. If I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, gobble gobble.